Chapter 2, Life in the Multiverse by Bapaji Darshit by Patel. Yesterday, our video got cut short. We had some technical issues, but here we are back again with you guys. And we'll continue with our questionnaire with Kamaljeet. And hi, Kamaljeet, how are you?
Hi, Vani. Thank you for having me again. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Something snapped. And I think, I don't know, maybe it was some kind of a technical issue. Well, let's continue.
Okay. So my question, continuing with yesterday, we were talking about various planes and everything. What other planes are there? We've discussed a few. So are there any other planes besides the one that we've discussed?
Yeah, above the Maharlok that we spoke about
Yeah,
is Janalok.
yeah.
Janalok also has, ascended souls and saints and sages. But it is still a higher celestial realm.
Mhm.
Or the renowned saints, like they are really, really at a very high spiritual level.
Mhm.
And these renowned saints and sages are the souls, they live the lives as normal, noble householders, they will have children, they will have families, and they live their lives like that.
Mhm.
They will not indulge in desires. They are free from attachments.
Mhm.
And because they're fully awakened, they know that they know the difference between what is real and what is Maya that we discussed earlier. Maya is illusion,
Yeah.
attachment to material things
Mhm.
and worldly pleasures. So they continue to pursue their meditation, or that is also called sadhana. And these saints here can take birth on earth, as avatars. And they may desire. If they don't desire to take birth on earth, they will not. It is up to them.
Mhm.
Sometimes they take birth because they want to help humankind. They want to help humankind to raise their awareness, raise their conscious level. They want to teach the souls. So that is why they take rebirth on earth. And here one can find many different religious places like temples, churches, mosques, etc. in the subtle realm, in the subtle form. And they're all based on different religions because they're still probably wrapped up in the religions. Not all of them. Some of them could be still. That's why we have been told that they have been such spiritual places where on this Maharlok, Janalok. So Janalok is again a very pious, very highly evolved realm. But above all these, when you go beyond a certain level of these higher realms, religion plays no role over there. Means religion has absolutely no place.
Okay.
Much higher realms. Till here, souls are still realizing, they know that religion has no place, but still they are still attached to that, because that is what they have, probably the teachings have grown into their lives, and they were able to develop because of that. I don't have an answer to that, but yes, but this is important to know. But and also, one day in the Janalok is equal to 100 years on earth.
Yeah.
And the souls here also work to spread their religion. So that is why, people on earth, you will find a lot of them propagate their religions.
Yeah.
But some of them are very, very aggressive. Some of
Yeah.
them are very mild. Some feel that, okay, if somebody is interested, is genuinely connected, will come and join us. Can be anything,
Yeah.
But they work with the earthly realm
Yeah.
to spread the philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
And then beyond this Janalok, above that level, we find it is again a higher realm. It
Yeah.
is called the Tapolok. It is twice as size, And the souls here are enlightened and they are doing intense spiritual practices.
Yeah.
And they are deeply, deeply far beyond the level, spiritual level of the souls on the Janaloka and the Mahalok. And then beyond this is also, there are other lokas. That is, it's called Brahmalok.
Okay.
Brahmalok is there. It is a part of Brahmapuri actually. Brahmapuri has got two realms. The one is the Satyalok and then is the Brahmalok. And beyond Brahmapuri is another Vishnupuri, then is Shivpuri, and then finally we come to a certain level of supreme realm that is called the supreme abode or the Paramdham.
Okay. So there are lots of levels.
Yeah, it is quite. I will share a diagram with you. Maybe
Yeah.
you can share it if we are able to post it on the video. It is also, I think, given in the book Life in Multiverse, but we can still share it.
Yeah, definitely. We'll add a slide over there just so like people can visualize it.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, it gets very confusing.
Okay, thank you so much. So going to our next question, now you said Brahmapuri. Brahma is related to God. You mean then that does it end over there?
Shared in this book Life in Multiverse, the terms and have been taken from our ancient scriptures, which are true. They are actually true. And the names of all the evolved beings or, the kings or the legendary stories, they are not legendary, but because now there's a lot of finding that these were historical facts. So they are from ancient Indian scriptures.
Yeah.
And I would say they are more than beyond a part of history, ancient history, historical facts, you can say that. And Brahma is definitely there.
Okay.
So, so what about your question? What
So my
what do you
question
want?
was that is that the top tier? Or is there something beyond Brahma?
Okay, yeah, it doesn't end there. There, like I said, that above the Tapolok was the Brahmapuri. So
Yeah.
Brahma is definitely Lord Brahma, and he resides here in the Brahmalok. But again, Brahmalok is divided into two realms of its own.
Yeah.
And one of the lower planes in the realms in the Brahmalok is called the Satyalok. Satyalok is a lower plane, and ascetic, again, these are all highly evolved souls, and they evolve and they move further up, and they reside in Satyalok.
Yeah.
And in Brahmalok is a very specific realm where Lord Brahma resides with his consort, goddess Saraswati, and they have their attendants also there, because see, the governance, like we will see as in any country, you will see there is a president, or earlier there were kings and queens, right? Even now, there are countries which follow that system. Some places they have the prime minister, they will have their the junior cabinet and all that. So likewise, it also happens in the spiritual realms. So in Brahmalok, Lord Brahma resides with goddess Saraswati.
Okay.
And he has also his attendants.
Yeah.
And Brahma is responsible for the creation of all living beings in the Brahmand. Brahmand is the solar system, as we discussed yesterday.
Yeah.
And as well as in Brahmapuri. Initially, earlier, Lord Brahma had created 7 sages. They are
Oh.
known as the Saptarishis.
Okay.
Who had actually created 7 planes or the lokas from Earth to Brahmapuri. When we
Yeah.
are going from Earth, the level of the Earth towards Brahmapuri, these are the 7 planes that we are talking about. They were
Okay.
created by the Saptarishis. The soul of Lord Brahma is made of very superior ether. Like we also spoke about the elements, right?
Yes.
What elements constitute the composition of a soul.
Okay, so let me.
So, we were talking about the superior elements of the soul. The soul is basically made of ether, air element, and the fire element, right? So, Brahma is made up of the soul of Brahma is made up of a very superior ether element, which
Okay.
is also known as Param Prakash Tattva. So, element is called Tattva again, and ether is one of the elements, like I said.
Yeah.
So Brahma is made up of a very superior ether element.
Okay.
So when the soul arrives in Brahmapuri, it really realizes its origin. It gets a connection to its creator. It gets that strong awareness, and it gets connected to its creator, because as we discussed that there are many creators.
Yeah.
Right? So we are talking only about our solar system. There are billions and trillions of solar systems, and like we discussed earlier. So in our solar system, in the Brahmapuri, when the soul comes there, it really realizes its origin, and the journey goes beyond from there.
Okay. So there is no end, like you said, like there are other realms above that. What happens to the time over there?
So, 100,000 years of Earth time. Earth has its own time, like we discussed, right? So 100,000 years of Earth time is equal to 1 second of Brahma. The time of Brahma, the time in Brahmapuri in Brahmalok.
Yeah.
1 second, when it is 1 second of Brahma's time, that means
Yeah.
100,000 years of the Earth time have already gone by.
Wow.
So it is so there is so much of a difference.
Yeah.
There is a story that supports this from the ancient scriptures, and it says that first, but there is a story that I don't fully remember, but I don't remember the name of the king, and he was helping Brahma.
Okay.
And then when all the task was done and everything was done, and he said that I want to go back to Earth because I need to, my daughter is there,
Okay.
And she had to be married and all that. Brahma said, it's too late. So much time has gone by. He was, this was a comparable thing. So first we need to understand, 4 periods of the cyclic age, like how the period of the Earth time, how since the Earth was created, what happened, and how did time flow from there. And so these 4 periods are called the Yugas, and or the world ages. You can say the ages in the world. And the very first one is called the Satya Yuga, because it is when the souls arrived here.
Yeah.
They were of a very, very pure and pious nature. They were very honest.
Yeah.
And this is also known as a golden age.
Okay.
Then the quality, because people started having more and more intentions, and as the life progressed, Then the next period from this was the Treta Yuga. And so then beyond that, there was another one that was called the Dvapara Yuga. And the current time that we are in now is known as the Kali Yuga. This is supposed to be, we are coming close to the end of cyclic time. And this is the beginning of time of Earth, had evolved souls and gods were there. Many gods had actually descended upon Earth. They said that is why we are seeing it is being recognized through archaeology and lot of research. They are talking about it now. It lasted 1 million. The Satya Yuga actually lasted for 1,728,000 years. And then life, of course, like I said, deteriorated in the Treta Yuga. So this is what happened. And let me tell you about the Kali Yuga that we are now, the period that we are now living in. It is full of negativity, and people are very ignorant. They are not able to figure out. We have a lot of pious and evolved souls now also.
Yeah.
But yet the quality of mind, the ethical mind has deteriorated. You were saying something.
No, I completely agree. Like these days, we're blindsided. We're not aware of the present moment. Our brains are getting fried because of social media, and there are so many things that are happening. And when you say ignorant, we are, because we're not even living in the present. We are either living in the past or the future, and you're constantly wishing and hoping for something to happen, and longing for things, and that doesn't really take us anywhere.
So these are the intentions and the desires that keep us in very lower planes, because there's always want and want and want.
Yeah.
Maybe even wanting to do good, wanting to do bad, and wanting to do good. That there's always a want.
Yeah.
And there is always a desire to get and to receive something once somebody has done something. You have the intention, okay, I've done this thing, I should receive this thing. One is your job.
Yeah.
So you're getting paid through a job. Then one is also serving the community or doing something. Yet one may have, I'm serving, and what am I receiving in terms? Maybe not monetary. There is some other desire. Bapuji said in one of his videos, I remember, he said, what are you going to do with all this name, fame, and all that? At the end of it, everything is going to be left behind.
Yeah.
You don't have to bother about, and in fact, he says there's people who are so active on social media and branding themselves.
Yeah.
And they keep, marketing each other. They will brand each other, and they will form their own groups, and they will praise each other. And he says, what do you need to do with them? Why do you need that?
Yeah.
He said, these are mosquitoes.
Yeah.
In the realm of spirituality, these souls are like mosquitoes. What do you need by receiving appreciation and commendation from them?
Yeah.
You are a highly evolved spiritual soul. So believe in that. Have confidence in your spirituality and your soul.
Yeah.
And power of your soul. This is something that resonated very well with me. We have to realize that we are souls. We are supreme souls.
Yeah.
We have to awaken ourselves. One is that we have, now Bapuji has shared, many other ascended masters have shared, but we need to awaken ourselves, awaken our connection within. So, so he says that souls need to realize that they are divine souls.
Yeah.
And we need to spread this knowledge as soon as possible. The time is so critical now. Every day we listen to some destruction, something or the other that saddens us. It saddens me. Either some people are getting murdered, shot. There are wars going on. People are living in poverty, below poverty line. There's a lot of sickness. So it's painful. All over the world it is painful, and I think Mother Earth is also very tired. She's throwing tantrums in a way that, we are finding earthquakes and, Earth is
Yeah,
splitting places.
it's
Lot of
getting
things like
angry.
that. She's throwing fits now that I'm done with you all. So we need to work. We need to clear our souls off and get rid of the veil of falsehood. We will discuss light, speed, and time dilation in another chapter, and probably in the next chapter itself.
That's exciting. I really want to get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I really like what you said, about being ignorant. And the reality is that sometimes when we're growing up as children, we were not really taught all of this. So if we are ignorant, it is our duty, it's a duty to ourselves to seek out that knowledge and learn more and learn from gurus or books, or just educate ourselves more on being in sync with the rhythm of life. And yeah, I don't want to take up too much time because I know we don't have that much. Then thank you for answering and clarifying that. I really like that response. So you said Brahmapuri. What is above Brahmapuri?
So yes, above Brahmapuri there are other two levels. One is Vishnupuri, and Vishnupuri is the divine residence created by God Vishnu. Vishnu's divine energy, actually, of Maya or illusion. So this illusion or Maya may continue to remain in the soul's intention until Vishnupuri. So even till Vishnupuri, souls, not that souls will have that, but that illusion and Maya, the attraction with the material or pleasures, still remains in this plane.
Okay.
Yeah, so means even see so many saints and sages, they were meditating and they did all good things, and yet they fell down because they got trapped in the attraction of Maya or illusion.
Right.
Right. So the grandeur of Vishnu Lok is magnificent, and one cannot imagine that. It's supposed to be very beautiful.
Right.
The spiritual plane is also known as Vaikunt, and it is situated above the Brahmalok and the 7 planetary systems. It will enclose the renowned cosmic milk. There's a cosmic white, pure white milk ocean. It's it's supposed to be the purest form. In fact, people say that this is a place where you can clear everything. So this here Lord Vishnu resides with his consort goddess Lakshmi, and Vishnu Lok is made of 50% supreme elements, or the Param Tatwas. Param Tatwas, I will repeat again. I know it is very confusing, like it takes a while to register that. So Param Tattvas are the Param Akash. Akash was ether, and then Param Vayu. Param Vayu is supreme air, and Param Agni is supreme fire.
Okay.
So there is supreme happiness here, and the demonic souls cannot enter this highly spiritual dimension. Those who have unwavering faith in Lord Vishnu, follow his path with devotion, their final destination is the Vishnu Lok. Means
Interesting.
now they have gone to they believe in Lord Vishnu as their creator, so they are destined and they merge with him.
Okay. All right. So going into these realms, I know you've discussed the demonic forces and all of that, but I didn't hear much about angels or angelic forces. Where do they reside?
So coming back to Vishnupuri, in Vishnupuri, the quality there is in each of the lokas or in life, there are qualities of life, how we are living our life, what predominates our behavior and actions. So Vishnupuri is dominated by the quality of rajas or passion. And to elaborate, there are three qualities, as I said, of life, what people have.
Yeah.
So these are called the gunas or the guns, gunas of the soul. So sattvic quality or the guna is of compassion and love.
Okay.
Rajasic is of passion, and tamasic is of ignorance and negativity. And but then there are souls that have gone beyond that. They are called nirgun, means they are without any quality. And here the soul is in seed state, means the original seed, purest form of its state, and is of supreme light body. And about the angelic beings, angelic beings are also known as farishtas,
Yeah.
and they reside in Vishnupuri.
Okay.
So the environment is with enchanting music and full of spiritual vibrations. You will feel that, they're simply enjoying their time.
Yeah.
Here the beings are aware of what's happening. They fully know what is happening on planet Earth. But they are in supreme spiritual joy, enjoying the spiritual music, vibrations. And these souls, on this causal world or the realm of Vishnu, they advise the subtle world, the worlds or the realms below them. They will advise that what is going on, what could happen on planet Earth or other planets, what could happen. And what is happening to humanity, what they want humanity to face or deal with, they also help. They also come to rescue souls and, but one has to ask for that help. And souls on this, in Vishnupuri can travel up to Shivpuri after clearing their karmic records. But this is about the angels will not interfere too much.
Okay.
Yeah, angels will not interfere too much with humanity, but they definitely send messages and people receive messages if they want to receive, if they are connected, highly evolved, they can be, yeah. So they are in Vishnupuri mainly.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So now we know where they live. My next question is, so after discussing all of these realms, are we now finally at the top of the ladder? Or is it a long marathon for us to reach the top? I mean, when the soul goes to Shivpuri, what happens?
Yeah, interesting. Yes, it is a long journey. It is a long marathon that doesn't seem to end. It seems to be an endless one, and one has to work towards it. That is why we say the moment you start becoming aware of something, then you start working towards yourself. We have to get into discipline and remind ourselves that it is a long journey, not to be distracted.
Okay.
So yes, it's close, and one layer after another will open up based on the purity within. As in when you are working on yourself, you will find that you might meet some people, you might read something that will help you to move forward in life and spiritually grow in life. And you will be led. This is my personal experience, that you are led. I've gone through so many different philosophies, and finally I'm doing this. And it has been many years. Right from my school, I would say even in my childhood, when I was a child, going to grade 5 and 4 and 5, I was seeing my father and my uncle and my grandmother meditating, and my journey started from there. Watching them, talking to certain other people who were spiritually connected in the area.
Right.
as a small child, I could reach out to only so many people who were in
That's
my
very
neighborhood,
interesting.
and they happened to be in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
That is how my journey started, but not that I didn't go through the ups and downs. I went through a lot of dramatic times in my life.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is. But you keep coming back to yourself. No, I got to do it. I can make it. I need to improve myself day by day.
Yeah.
So it is a journey within, like I said, and you're not physically running the marathon. You are just going within yourself, within
Yeah.
your own consciousness, and kind of introspecting and growing from there.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Then there are galaxies and universes and multiverses also, where how souls are traveling, we were just talking about.
Right.
But Shivpuri is also called as the great causal world. Vishnupuri was the causal world, and Shivpuri is called the great causal world. And it is made of 100% supreme elements. Means it is so pious and so pure.
Yeah.
Everything in the environment is like the mountains, like even the mountains, landscapes,
Yeah.
everything is made up of supreme elements.
Nice.
And the pure pious souls who stay in Shivpuri,
Mm-hmm.
they have stayed here for so long,
Yeah.
but yet sometimes they want to travel beyond that.
Oh,
They are in such a divine state,
yeah.
and they want to experience the real ultimate state of the soul, which
Right.
is the supreme peace. Ultimate state of the soul, or the original seed state of the soul, is peace, is
Yeah.
supreme peace. So they
Mm-hmm.
want to experience that blissful peace. And
Yeah.
this blissful peace or supreme peace is called Paramshanti.
Yeah.
And such seekers meditate on the formless, incorporeal, supreme soul, Shiva, to attain the state of Paramshanti. So they contemplate, they meditate on the supreme soul, Shiva, to attain that state of Paramshanti, or that state of peace.
Okay. Okay. So the next question I have for you is, like, it is a lot, when you think about it. All of this is just, there's so many things to consider, and so many realms and everything. Can one do all this in one lifetime? Or we continue to take birth and keep forgetting, and the journey begins again if we do something wrong. So we go back into the previous levels. Um, how, is this achievable? If you do everything right on your first lifetime, or like second or third, when you do it, can you achieve it during that term of life?
Theoretically, yes, you can do it. Like when one comes to life, there are so many things that they are happening in each and every day, one's life, on daily basis. And we get into the karmic patterns, like we are doing, taking action, and then their human body, human life comes with emotions.
Yes.
It's in human life that you can sense, So your reaction and your responses are very important here, how you behave. So it can depend, but it could be many births. It could take many births, and but some souls who are already in that elevated place, they decide to come reincarnate on earth to spread the message. So they will restart their journey to experience all over again, to share their knowledge as and when they are growing with other people too. So I don't have an exact answer for this, but what I understand and what Bapuji says is that it depends on your karmic baggage, and the soul quality. Like we said, souls have different creators, and we
Yeah.
will also talk about the creators further down in further chapters when we are talking about multiverses. That totally based on Bapuji's vision and experience. He has been explaining this right from, I think, 1996, and he has been teaching so many people on his board. His videos are there discussing all these in numbers and figures and facts as and when he saw them. And then he finally came to a point when people wanted him to write everything. And so he wrote this book, Life in Multiverse. So we will definitely discuss all this in detail in further chapters.
Okay.
But you know, one must begin the moment you realize that, I need to make a change.
Yeah.
Now you're listening to this. As I said in my previous discussion also, the moment a person realizes that this is important and I need to make a change in my life, so you start making changes to work towards it. You can even start with mindfulness, whatever that can help you to introspect and change yourself. Start with that. And you want to understand that, ask yourself, do I want to continue and indulge in these temporary pleasures and keep struggling to achieve something that is just an illusion? Because there is no end to it. If you achieve a little, then you want to do a little more. You want to, you can, it is good to do it. You should, achievers, also become guides to people. They become mentors to people. They do it with the spirit of joy and happiness, and that is what brings them joy. So that is also somewhere tied up with their spiritual level. It's not without that. And in many places we also read that you should be in alignment with your spiritual self when you're choosing a career or a profession. Does it align with your soul principles? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel that you're enjoying that work? So because it's building on, everything is building on layer by layer. So this is something you want to see. And Bapuji says people must not keep on running, as I said, keep on running after something that is not permanent. Material is temporary. You will leave everything. You will leave your body when you die, and your soul will just float away and watch you from above. Your soul will be watching your family cry, bury you, or burn you, whatever are the rituals to be done. It'll be watching all the while.
Yeah.
And if the soul is connected to its material wealth, like all the life of the soul has struggled and passionately achieved to build assets and get material wealth, and suddenly it realizes, oh, all that I made, I have left behind, and my family is just squandering it away. The soul will be, distracted, and will still come back because it is attracted to what it created, right? It'll not it'll be it'll pull it down rather than going ascending up the higher planes and feeling light. It will become heavier because it's attracted to the material wealth. And so one must work and live in soul consciousness. We said that the word is Atma Swarup. Try to call for your soul, keep checking in with your soul. In fact, I was listening to one, there was somebody whose lectures I listened a few times. And she would say that, if you are going to make a decision, sit in peace and introspect and check in with yourself. Ask your soul, shall I do it? How do you feel about it? Then you will get the answer from within, whether you want to do it or not. So be connected, be connected to your soul. And there are ways to also feel connected to the ultimate truth or the source of all light or the ultimate truth, right? So you must put in an effort to consciously put in an effort to clear your karmic count.
Okay. Okay, thank you. After Shivpuri, where does the soul go?
Yeah, so when it is in that state of peace, in that blissful state, It is it moves on to the supreme abode, or the Paramdham.
Yeah.
Paramdham is the ultimate abode beyond Shivpuri. So it is the highest dimension in our Brahmand, in our solar system. And it is the abode of the incorporeal supreme soul.
Okay.
This is also called Amarlok, where you remember we spoke about in the previous one, where it is eternity, there is no death, right? This abode of the incorporeal supreme soul, Paramdham, is also known as the Amarlok,
Okay.
or the eternal world. And Shiva is also known as Par Brahma Parmeshwar, or Nirakar Shiva. The formless supreme soul in light form, or the incorporeal form, is the creator of one solar system, which is which in this book that is based on Life in Multiverse, is based on Bapuji's teachings, and this is called the Behad Gyan. It's a spiritual knowledge, and it is called the Behad Gyan, means knowledge of the infinite, beyond.
Okay.
And it is referred to as the Brahmand's biggest truth. It goes beyond that, right? So the souls residing here in this place are in the supreme, the Paramdham, right? They are in the Nirgun state. You remember we spoke about the gunas.
Yeah.
So this is a Nirgun state, where the souls do not have any, they are not passionate, they are not compassionate, they will be non-reactive. They will know everything. They are in peace, and that is why they are non-reactive.
Yeah.
And they are free from karmic bondages too. This is they are in complete incorporeal state and in supreme peace and bliss. And to understand Shiva, you mentioned about the attributes of the Shiva.
Yeah.
So Shiva, the three forms of Shiva are the Nirakari, that is the incorporeal form, or the formless one.
Okay.
Right? And this form resides in the Paramdham, or the supreme abode, right?
Okay.
And then is the Akari form. Akari form is the higher subtle form, and it resides in Shivpuri, the form that we are finding in the Shivpuri, where Lord Shiva is. So this is called the Akari form. Then there is the Sakari form. That is, or it is called the physical form. And this is known as the Lord Shankar. This form of Shiva is called Lord Shankar, and resides on top of on the subtle realm, or the subtle abode above the Himalayas, the Kailash mountains. We were talking about that too, right?
Yeah.
So Lord Shankar lives with his family, and he is there. And the awakened ones, people who have gone there, they have felt the presence also. That and there is something very mysterious about that space. It's very, very mysterious. It's hard to describe, but it has been described, and I will not go into the details here because it will take too much. Once I start, there will be no end to that, because it is so detailed.
Okay. So then after that, the other question is, what are the attributes of Shiva? Is he without a creator, means there's no one superior or above him?
Yeah, this is a very important question, because we were talking about the three forms of Shiva, right? So Bapuji has explicitly explained that God Shiva in the incorporeal form is not a Swambhu, means it is not that he has no creator. Swambhu is a person who has no creator, was just sprouted on his own. Swambhu. Many people do consider that, do believe that, but Bapuji is very clear. He says, God Shiva in the incorporeal form is not a Swambhu, means he has a creator also.
Okay.
He has a creator of his own, and he is not self-manifested, right? So like he has come into existence because of a creator, not on his own, right? So the creator of Nirakar Shiv is Mahashiv. The Shiv above Lord Shiv is Mahashiv, has got one level up, is
Okay.
called Mahashiv, who is the creator of the galaxy. So we are talking about the solar system. This Shiv is at the level of the Brahmand or the solar system. And then beyond the solar system comes the galaxy. The incorporeal form of Shiva does not perform any karma or actions, but gets the work done through other souls. Therefore, Nirakari Shiva is not bound by karma because he is not doing anything. He is not performing any karma, so he doesn't get bound by karma. And so he gets the work done from Akari Shiva Shakti. And Akari Shiva Shakti or Lord Shiva and Goddess Shakti in Shivpuri control our solar system called the Brahmand for its smooth functioning. I mean, solar system has got so many things happening, so many planets. Our planets are there. There are other things also, you know, like we have seen the rings, and sometimes scientists say that, oh, you know, the gravity is such that planets can collide, some stars can collide with the planet, and it could be a big mess. But no, it doesn't happen like that. The systems have been set up so well. And in fact, just 2-3 days ago, I was listening to one podcast by one doctor. I'm forgetting his name. It's a scientist. And he says that, no, this is whatever scientists have said before, that galaxies or planets will collide. That's not going to happen because they are very well organized. So who organizes them, right? So it is because of Lord Shiv. And there are other, like I said, there's Mahashiv, and beyond that are still beyond, like further Bapuji will be explaining in the other chapters. So in Shivpuri, Goddess Shakti and Akari Shiv, they are taking charge of everything, and they run the place. Like I said, there are in any country, there is a president or the prime minister, they are taking care of it. Likewise, they are taking care of it. And the divine work is being done by them, and the divine form performs the work of creation in Brahmand. So it performs the work of creation. It creates in the Brahmand through Lord Brahma. Does the maintenance and the preservation of our Brahmand. And this is done through the Lord Vishnu, and destruction is done through Lord Shankar. So the divine form of Akari Shiv Shakti, they take care of the smooth functioning, and Lord Brahma does the maintenance and the preservation of our Brahmand, our solar system, and Lord Vishnu does the preservation of our Brahmand, and the destruction is done through Lord Shankar. It is a lot of information, yes.
Okay, interesting. So we've gone to the galaxies now. You mentioned that gods may lose their power. Does Shiva also lose his power, or could he potentially lose his power?
Yes, interesting. We think that these are all superior powers, and they are so strong, they are spiritually so elevated. How can they lose their power? But then Bapuji says, yes, they also lose their power because they're constantly working, and they are doing something or the other. And whenever the power of incorporeal supreme soul declines, Shiva becomes a Jeev, means gets into the life form. and becomes an ordinary weak soul. But again, it awakens itself by doing immense spiritual practices and efforts, and becomes the divine incorporeal Shiva. This cycle also keeps going on. And I want to also add, one more thing that Bapuji has explained about the salvation of the souls.
Yeah.
Only souls created from supreme or Param light can go to the Paramdham. This is very important. The
Interesting.
incorporeal abode of Shiva, this is a very special place.
Yeah.
And the souls created from supreme light or supreme elements can go to Paramdham. But if a soul was created by supreme ether or the Paramakash Tattva, it goes to if it manages to go to the Paramdham, supposing it goes, it does the work, it goes. It will be, because the light and the energy of that place is so powerful, it will consume it. So it gets dissolved into the this powerful light and energy. They cannot really reside there. Yeah. So if a soul desires salvation or mukti, it will merge into the incorporeal form and with a very blissful union. It will be very blissful, and here the existence of the soul will cease, and the journey of the soul will end. Also, the journey of a soul will continue into higher dimensions until it reaches its creator. This is also there.
Okay.
So it will find its creator and it will reach there, and its journey will end with the creator. It will merge into its creator, or it will, it will dissolve. It depends on the power of the soul and the power of the creator. Souls with supreme light and celestial, higher celestial power. The power of the souls is measured in celestial power or celestial degrees. It is also called as Kala. The Bapuji keeps repeating that so many kalas, the soul is with so many kalas, or the Brahmand has got so many kala, so much of celestial. We will talk about that further. I think this should be, this should be good for the question what you asked, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it like we've reached the end pretty much. And well, thank you so much for answering all of the questions, and please check the information and links below for everyone for the video. There we have in-depth information for this chapter. And next chapter is about light, speed, and time dilation. So stay tuned, and we will be posting that soon. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you, Vani. Thank you.
Thanks, Kamaljeet. I will see you for chapter 3 soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.